In this video, I'm going to walk you through the hands-on challenge for the unit Create Validation Rules. This is the final unit in the module Formulas and Validations. But first, I want to talk to you a little bit about how you could use the content really of this unit and really this whole module in general to your advantage to help you get your first job and to really launch you into building a career working in technology. In my opinion, this content is some of the hardest stuff in the admin trail mix, and it's really confusing because you're actually learning how to talk to a computer, and it's just really challenging. But you could use that to your advantage, because if you get really good at this and you show your future employers that you actually really understand it, that will really make you a stand-apart candidate when you go to actually apply for a job. And this is a really big issue, because when you go to apply for a job as a Salesforce administrator, one of the requirements of that job is that you be a Salesforce administrator, which means everybody who's applying for that job is also going to be a Salesforce administrator. So you need to find some way to make yourself stand out. And I think the best way of doing this is to create a portfolio. This is like a blog where you show what you know. In that blog, you'll include different articles that you'll write that will demonstrate your understanding of technology. This will really make you stand apart. It will give you a tremendous amount of confidence also, and you'll have to learn a lot in order to create these articles that you're going to end up writing. I think that if you were to think through a couple of different business problems that you could solve with formulas and validation rules, and you say, like, here's the problem, here's the anticipated solution, and then this is going to be the anticipated outcome. That would be really powerful. It would show your employer that you understand how business works, that you're not just making technology because it's fun, cool gadgets, but you're actually solving like real life problems. You could build this stuff out, and you actually need to build this stuff out in your Trailhead Playground. Take a screen capture of what you've built, maybe even a little video, embed it in your blog post, and your portfolio will all of a sudden just become super awesome. Really be an incredibly valuable tool for helping you to start your career. The blogging platform I recommend is Ghost. Ghost is designed for bloggers. It's designed for people who are content creators. So you don't have to spend time figuring out what is your, best way of tweaking a website to pull everything together. All of the really key things that you need are already there. They have tons of free themes, so you can make really beautiful blog posts. I have a link to all of the free themes in the description, so check out those free themes. The support is fantastic. So if you do run into an issue where you're trying to configure something that's not working for you, you'll be able to get support really quickly. There's a lot more to say about that, but for now, click the link in the description below, sign yourself up, get a portfolio going, and if you think about it, you're about almost halfway through all of the modules that are part of this first admin trail mix. And so if you build and write as you're going, by the time you finish studying for your admin certification, you'll really be in an incredibly strong position to get a job. And of course, you should be doing other things as well at this time. You should be networking, you should be going to events, whether in person or virtual. You should be connecting to people online, following people on LinkedIn, starting to build your sort of professional brand. And if you have a portfolio that you include in your bio for all of those, different profiles that you have online, that's going to start to raise how people look at you, put you in a fantastic position. So click the link in the description, check out the free themes, sign up, and start writing and start thinking, and use this content as we're going to go through it. Let's get into this challenge though. Create a validation rule. Create a validation rule that displays an error message and prevents a user from creating or updating a contact if two conditions are both true. We're going to create a validation rule. The rule name is going to be contact must be in account zip code. And we're going to be doing this on the contact object. So let's go down to contact, validation rules, new. Contact must be in account zip code. Okay, got it. Okay, so the operator we're going to use is and, because we're going to look for if both conditions are true. And we're going to define two error conditions. the contact is associated with an account ID, and we're going to do that by making sure that the account ID is not blank, basically. So if account ID is not blank, that means it's got an account ID. So that's condition error number 1, and we're going to use isBlank and not functions. So we did that. The next part is the contact mailing zip code is different than the account shipping zip code. And so we're going to say if the mailing postal code is not the same as the account shipping postal code. So then if this condition is true and this condition is true, if both those are true, then we've got a problem, because that means that this contact is not going to be in the same zip code as the account. We're going to end off by putting an error message in, which we got right here. And now I'm going to check the syntax. No errors found. We're going to click save. And that should do it.